Hello and welcome to the latest update of the Bhavan's Environ Tech. My name is Aaron and today I'm going to speak on the topic, the impact of 5G on ecosystems. It is 2020, the fifth generation of wireless technology is expected to widely be implemented throughout the world. The new network, called the 5G, promises to give faster speeds and a higher capacity for the use of more devices. However, while companies from countries such as the United States of America and China are competing to be the first to deliver 5G to the consumer, the environmental impacts of the new network are being overlooked. In a time when the environment is at its most delicate, overlooking these impacts is extremely risky for future generations. The impact of 5G on ecosystems. There is some evidence that the new devices and technologies associated with the 5G network will be harmful to delicate ecosystems. The main component of 5G network that will affect the Earth's ecosystems is the millimeter waves. The millimeter waves that are being used in developing the 5G network has never been used at such a scale before. This makes it especially difficult to know how they will impact the environment and certain ecosystems. However, studies have shown that there are some harms caused by these new technologies. The millimeter waves especially have been linked to many disturbances in the ecosystems of birds. In a study by the Centre of Environment and Vocational Studies of Punjab University, researchers have observed that after exposure to radiation from a cell tower for just 5 to 30 minutes, the eggs of sparrows were disfigured. The disfiguration of birds exposed for such a short amount of time to these frequencies is significant, considering that the new 5G network will have a much higher density of base stations throughout the areas, needing connection. The potential dangers of having so many small cells all over areas where birds could live causes whole populations of birds to have mutations that threaten their population's survival. Additionally, a study done in Spain showed that the millimeter waves emitted by a cell tower showed defects in the breeding and nesting of birds. Again, the issue of this increase in the amount of connection conductors in the form of small cells to provide connection with 5G network is seen to be harmful to species that live around humans. Additionally, Warnke found that cellular devices had a detrimental impact on bees. In this study, beehives exposed for just 10 minutes to 900 MHz waves of bees living in the hive abandoned the hive, leaving the queen, the eggs, and a few worker bees. The worker bees exposed to this radiation also had worsened navigational skills, causing them to stop returning to their original hive after about 10 days. Bees are an incredibly important part of the Earth's ecosystem. Around 1/3 of the food produced today is dependent on bees for pollination. Pollination for plant-based food we eat, but they are also important to maintaining the food livestock eats. Without bees, a vast majority of the food eaten today would be lost, or at the very least highly limited. Climate change has already caused a large decline in the world's beehive population. The impact that the cell towers have on birds and bees is important to understand because all ecosystems of the Earth are interconnected. If one disturbances of the birds with the cell towers disrupted the whole system, then the cell towers of today would increase because with 5G a large number of small cell radio tower like devices would be necessary to ensure high quality connection for users. Having a large number of high concentrations of these millimeter waves in the form of small cells would cause a wider exposure to bees and birds, and possibly other species that are equally important to our environment. Thank you.